said, welcome to my show. We got the whole dang night to go. Okay, no, I don't, because I got to go to bed at some point. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm just starting to record Farm Simulator, and I didn't take a nap, so this is going to be a pretty short episode. I'd like to be in bed by 1:30, so we got about 40 minutes to record. We'll make it one long episode. What is there to talk about? Well, there's not a whole lot going on aside from work being crazy, life being crazy. My truck is no longer in side steering mode. Everybody hated it. It made people angry with me watching the truck drive sideways. It's supposed to do that. The reason why you would run a truck in sideways mode is because thingamajigger. Oh no! When a truck is heavy and big like this and it runs over the soil with the front and back wheels, it compacts the soil. The whole idea between a truck that runs crab-legged like we were doing with the four-wheel steering or sideways crab-leg steering is to eliminate soil compaction so that you don't damage your fields. Over time, in real life, this will wear your fields down. So you want to, put as little weight as possible, and you want to disperse it over the field so that it's not damaging. So running sideways like that actually saves your fields. But I had enough people say that they were going to be sick and throw up and get hurt and be crying because they would be injured from watching me do that. So the brain injuries abounded. I've decided to run in a non-prototypical style. In the news, let's see. Work has been crazy. I am so far behind right now, it's embarrassing. I've got so many projects that need to be done, and my clients are ready to rip my face off. I would like to, I need to spend more time doing that. One of the reasons why you haven't seen a ton of videos over the last couple weeks, or just like a lot of Farm Expert, is because I had a lot of Farm Expert recorded ahead of time. And so I've just been releasing that as time goes by. Oh, I'm dumping on the ground. Because I just don't have the time to record right now. I've been working every night till like 10 or 11 o'clock at night, and I got to tell you, when that happens, I don't really feel like recording much after that. Tonight I did finish work at 8 o'clock. I then proceeded to take an hour-and-a-half walk because I have a lot on my mind right now. This is probably the dumbest thing ever, and I don't know, I'm kind of leery to even share it on my channel because it's just so stupid, but I think I have to. And I'm sure I'll get opinions, good and bad, probably mostly good and right ones from you guys, and that's why I talk about these kind of things on my channel. I actually do listen to your feedback. Doesn't mean I always make the decisions that you guys tell me to make, but I do listen to it and consider what's being said. I was at a wedding on Saturday, and it was my last wedding of the season. My ex-wife was with me because she is still my assistant. She still shoots side saddle with me as my second shooter. And one of the reasons why I'm not doing weddings as far as photography is concerned is because I spent years training different assistants and then having them get their own teams and leave me. And it's such a pain to start with a new assistant. It really is, because they don't get the shots that you need them to get. Then you have to like cover, and it sucks. It's a terrible experience, and I don't want to do it again. So now that my wife has left me, and I could continue to do it with her, but I don't want to, because honestly, going to a wedding with your ex-wife is like a slap in the face every time you go. Just imagine it. I mean, it's I don't know how else to explain it than that, but it's degrading to be there with her as they go through the ceremony and talk about faithfulness and all this other stuff that just kind of strikes home. So I decided that I don't want to do it anymore. The video stuff, not so much. It's a little easier to do. The editing goes a lot quicker, and it's less money, but it's also a lot less stress. I don't mind doing the video stuff, so I will continue to do video. But the weddings, I think it's this time of my life. I never really loved doing photo weddings, but it's good money. So I felt like I needed to step away from it at this point and do something else. Also, my real estate business has been super, super busy and booming. And I just can't keep up with both the weddings and I never get a break, basically. These last 4 weeks, I've had pretty much weddings every weekend, and I've had work all week. And today is the first day that I did not have something on the calendar, and I still had to work all day, but I worked on editing, and so I was home. That was a nice change. But anyway, I was at the wedding on Saturday. I talked a little bit about this in one of my Farm Expert videos, but you may see this first before you see that. So I met somebody. I was doing a test shot. I always take a test shot down the aisle before the wedding starts. And, you know, just to make sure that the lighting is correct and, you know, before the people start coming down the aisle. So about 3 or 4 minutes before the ceremony starts, I take a couple shots and just make sure everything is the way that I want it, the lighting's correct, all that good stuff. In this case it was. And I was checking the photo out to make sure everything was right, and lo and behold, off to the left and a couple rows back is the most beautiful girl I've ever seen in my life. I know that sounds contrite, but let me put it like this, and this is going to sound rude or whatever. I'm not trying to be that way. I'm not at all that kind of person. You guys know me from being around my channel. I'm a very faithful, loyal person and not looking at girls or anything like that. That's not who I am. But I saw this girl and I was like, wow, she is just so pretty. Like, this is the prettiest girl I've ever seen. And I mean it. And just to put that in perspective, I get paid to photograph women that are the ages of 20 to 30 years old on their best day with all of their best friends in, you know, beautiful dresses and all dressed up and dolled up. So when I say someone is beautiful, I've seen lots and lots of beautiful girls. It doesn't really, I don't really even think about it anymore because it's what I do all the time. So it's not like it's something novel anymore. You know what I mean? It's like every Saturday I'm around a bunch of beautiful women with my camera, and that's what I do. And you kind of unfortunately become numb to it. That's probably a good thing because I was married, so I didn't really care. You know, like, oh, I'm married, it doesn't really matter who's beautiful or who's not beautiful. But this girl was an exception. She was amazingly beautiful. I just was blown away. So, but, you know, I'm working, and I'm not there to pick people up, and I'm not there to make relationships and stuff like that. I'm there to do my work. So I just kind of left it at that, and I continued on doing the wedding. Well, later on in the evening, we were photographing the dancing portion of the evening after everything was done, and we pretty much, they just kind of, people being silly, dancing, having fun. And I noticed this girl sitting at the table again, and I'm like, wow, she's just so pretty. And, you know, I looked. I'm like, she's cute, you know. And so I was walking around and doing my job, and once in a while I'd walk past the table, and I'm like, you know, see her sitting there, and I look at her and I'm like, man, that girl's so pretty. And, you know, and when I say it, listen, I'm, once again, I have to make this clear. The kind of person I am not like a leering wolf person. That's not who I am. I'm not at all like that. And I'm not looking at her like that. I'm looking at her like, wow, that girl's just so beautiful. Like, she's just such a pretty girl. And so, but I walk by and be like, wow, she's cute. And trying not to look because it's just, I want to not be obnoxious, you know. Like, oh boy, she's cute. And so, on one of my passes by the table where she was sitting, I'm, you know, photographing people dancing in here. And then she was sitting right, like, at the edge of the group, so she was right out there, you know, like, where I'm walking back and forth. And so I'm, you know, walking back and forth, and, like, I look over at her, and she's looking right at me, and I'm like, oh, crap. I've been caught. Busted. Spotted, for those of you World Things fans. And I decided that I needed to keep a lower profile. I'm like, okay, I gotta stop looking at this girl. And so I'm walking around doing my job, trying to ignore her. But of course, like the white elephant, you know, how's it go? Like, don't think of a white elephant. And as soon as I say that, you're thinking of a white elephant. whatever you do, don't imagine a white elephant. Yeah, it's not possible. The elephant has just arrived and you're thinking about it. So I look over and this guy's going to dump some hay into my baler. I look over and I'm like, man, there she is. And, you know, now she's standing there with her friend. And they're both talking to each other with conspiratory looks on their faces and looking at me. And I'm like, oh, no. No, 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 no. Now I'm in big trouble. This is it. Like, I'm not only just imagining things. It's getting worse. So I don't look again for like another 4 or 5 minutes, and I'm walking around and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is not good. Never once occurring to me that it could be anything else. I'm like, she just knows that I was looking at her and thinking that she was cute or whatever, and now she's making fun of me, and that's what's happening over there, and oh my gosh. And so then I look over, and now she's standing there, and she's with the father of the bride. I'm going, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm so done. I'm done. It's over. She's gonna like, I'm gonna get busted. This is it. It's over. So I decided it was time to lay low. And I went over to my videographer, and I'm telling you, it's like the first time in years, because I've been, you know, married all these years, so I don't be checking chicks out. In the way that only I could, right? You know. So the first time that I actually find somebody attractive at a wedding, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is going to end horribly. This is what I get for even like imagining that. Boy, would it be nice to date that person? Wouldn't it be nice to like start a relationship and actually have a girlfriend and, you know, be normal, not be alone? This is what I get. And so I go hide out. I go around to the other side of the dance floor, away from the tables where nobody can see me, and I am you know, ducked down, and I'm talking to my videographer. And I'm like, okay, well, you know, now she can't see me. She's not going to be thinking I'm looking at her. She won't even know I'm here. You know, she just out of sight, out of mind, right? It's feeling like it's probably too late for that, but maybe, just maybe, I'll get away with this. And I look over, and here she comes with her friend, and I'm like, oh no. And they come right over. I'm like, oh no, they're coming right to me. Oh no, here it goes. And she comes over to me and she says, I just have to tell you. I'm like, yes. She's like, you look just like my ex-husband. And I was like, what? She's like, yeah, look. And she took her phone out and showed me pictures of her ex-husband. And lo and behold, I do look kind of, I didn't look exactly like him, but I did look like him. And she was talking to me for a couple minutes, and I was asking her questions, like, oh yeah, I'm like, well, I got kids. She had kids in the picture. She's like, oh yeah, I got 2 kids. You know, and she was so pretty. Oh my gosh. Just dying, like. But 2 things. One, I do weddings. I've been doing weddings for 10 years, and one of my biggest pet peeves is that the DJs always try to pick up girls at the weddings. I hate it. That is a huge pet peeve of mine. So I, of course, am immediately like, I shouldn't be doing this. I shouldn't even be talking to this girl. This is not appropriate. This is not the place. So I kind of didn't pursue the conversation very far. The second issue is, of course, it's been 20 years since I've talked to a girl who's not my wife, who I've been interested in. That's basically not happened in the last 20 years because I've been married. And I'm, like I said, I don't want to say I'm Mr. Faithful, like I'm bragging about how great I am, but I'm a faithful guy. Like, I'm not interested. If I have somebody that I'm interested in, that's it. There's no point in looking at other people because that's who I'm with. There's no point conversing or thinking, boy, wouldn't it be fun if, you know, I mean, there's no point because I'm married to them, and I believe that the Bible says that that's wrong. So you stick with the person God gives you. So, anyway, here's this whole situation unfolding, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm stressing out. And, oh, what the heck, guys? Slamming the door? What was that all about? What, Ryan? Rue. Why? But it's good for you, and you need to learn to drive by yourself. You won't be groggy. You'll be fine. Wake up half an hour before you're supposed to go, and then you won't be groggy. I can almost guarantee you that harvester needs to be emptied. Hi, Rue. What?
I didn't just suggest that you drive him. So.
No, you're going to drive him. I'm not driving him. No. So tomorrow's the only day that I have where I don't have to go anywhere at all. No lunches, no nothing. I'm at home. I'm going to be home. I'm not going out. Wait, what happened? I'm sure he'll take you to breakfast. And where does he have to go? What time do you have to be there? So he wants to do it beforehand? Yeah. Yes. Well, he has to schedule when they schedule it. That's not his fault. Mark got accepted to a part-time job at Best Buy in the Geek Squad. So he starts next week, but he has to be piss tested. Yeah, Ryan? Yeah, they're getting replaced hopefully next week or this week. They were supposed to start this week. I don't know where they are. They've only got 8 days to get it done. Question. Ooh, just plow that bale out of the way. So anyway, to finish my story, that was pretty much it. She walked away and never said another word. And, oh, she did take a picture with me. And a tourist attraction. A wise man would have been like, "Hey, can you text that to me, so I could show my friends?" But, of course, once again, I've been out of the game for 20 years. I did not think that quickly. That would have been a simple way to give her my phone number without making any trouble, but I blew it. Arthur blows it again. So we'll see what happens. Now I have really no way to contact her aside from contacting the bride and groom, who think I'm still married to my wife. To my ex-wife at this point. What am I going to do? What do I do, guys? This is why I need advice. So what's going to have to happen if I actually ever want to see this girl again? If she's even really interested in me, because I could be imagining all of it, and she just thought it was funny, and that was all it was, and then she moved on to someone else. What'd you say, Ryan? Yeah, I guess. Probably, but maybe not, because there was more said that I'm not going to go into in detail, but... I know. Anyway, so I don't know. That's my dilemma. So in order for me to get a hold of her, I'd have to email the bride and groom and say, here, because I don't know her name, because she didn't tell me her name, right? And I don't have her number. I don't have any information. All I know is this is what the girl looks like. Here's a picture. You know, what? Would you kindly be enough to either give me her information, which they'll never do, and I'm not even going to ask them for that, but I'd just tell them, like, hey, could you contact her for me and tell her that I think you're cute. I mean, how do you even phrase that, you know, but oh man. So that's my huge dilemma for the week. I'll tell you what though, it's an interesting thing to be almost like a teenager again and actually be going through those emotions once again in my life. I thought I'd never have to do that again. So it's like up and down, I can't sleep, not hungry. Then I was hungry and I ate some Salisbury steak and bread. But then I'm, you know, having to go for long walks to get my head clear, not being really motivated to do the normal things that I do. Oh, lovesick, yeah, pretty much. Like a puppy. And all over somebody that I don't even have any guarantees whatsoever that's even interested in me. Like, just how silly is that? But I am. So we'll see what happens anyway. I don't know what to do. If you're one of my female viewers, let me know what's appropriate and what's not appropriate, and if I should just give it up, or if I'm overthinking things, or if I should just jump on it now. I don't know. I don't know what to do. It's a very confusing situation. It's been way too long. And the only other people that have really given me advice are my 18-year-old and my 17-year-old and my 19-year-old. And I don't, as much as I trust them and love them, that's not true, Ryan. I do trust you. But you guys aren't experienced. I do trust you. Don't say I don't trust you. Oh, don't trust you yet. Well, I mean for that kind of advice, you know, if you're 12 years old, please don't leave. For those of you older guys, and especially my very few female viewers, what do I do? How do I handle this situation? If it's even a situation, I mean, that's the biggest thing. And that's, to me, that's the hard part, because it's like the realization is as fun as it's been to get excited about someone, it's probably in my head. It's all my imagination. She's way out of my league anyway. Huh? What, that she's out of my league? That girl's out of my league, Ryan. Look, did you see her? I know. Well, we see that a lot, actually. I see a lot of weddings where I'm like, why on earth is that girl marrying that guy? Because, yeah, but she's, whoa. What happened there to cause that love? But it's good. It's a good thing. It's not about appearance, you know. It's good. Nope. And the harvester empties to the side anyway, so you'd have to hook it to the side of the harvester. Oh, can you? No, the harvesters don't have power takeoffs. Yeah, Ryan's asking if you could actually bale, have a harvester that makes bales as it goes. The Russians do. The Russian, the Roslamash, the Niva. They have models of the Niva that actually can bale as they harvest. I can't get it straight here. It's really touchy, and I'm only driving one-handed because I'm trying to get I got heartburn. Well, I'm sure it breaks pretty easily. Sorry, I'm not watching where I'm going. Yeah, it is pretty cool. They can make brown bales as they harvest. Do Russians do farming? Yes, they do. They do it the old-fashioned way. I don't know if they're nowadays they're modernized, but obviously this is a Russian Roslamash harvester. It is cool. Yeah, they have, you know, just like we do, they have, actually Russia, I think landmass-wise is far larger than the United States. Yeah, and they have a lot of farmland. It's not all farmland. They got a lot of mountains and stuff too, but they've got a lot of fertile farmlands. It's one of the reasons why Hitler wanted to take them over, but more than anything, Hitler wanted the oil. He wanted the Caucasus, is that what that is? Is he stuck, the Caucasus? We'll let that harvester go for a little while. We'll unload this, the Homer. So, that's my life. But I do realize, as it's been about, I mean, gosh, I would say, my wife's been, we've been separated for, I mean, she's been out of the house for 3 months, right? We've been kind of separated for about 6 months. And she's really been kind of out of our marriage for about 2 years, maybe a year and a half. She started disappearing about a year and a half ago. And I'm just lonely. I realize I'm lonely. People are like, are you sure you're ready? No. How could you ever be ready? There's always going to be that hurt there. But I'll tell you what, I do feel a lot more liberated now, especially even through What the heck is the train? It's a grain train. Well, it's an English train. You're not used to those English-style engines. They have they go forward and backwards. I know, they're not real pretty. It does look like a bug. The bumpers don't help. Squash me. Anyway, I feel kind of liberated from that. If anything comes out of this experience, it's the realization that, hey, I might possibly have a chance with somebody else. And 2, there are women out there who are my age who are still good looking and divorced and looking for a husband. I'm not alone. And I don't have to be anyway. Did I? Where's... Wait a minute here. Where's my truck? What the food? Oh, there. Okay. I guess I went the wrong way because he's right here. Well, I guess we'll unload we'll take him the rest of the way off. Bless you, Ryan. Whoa. This thing turns like crazy. Maybe I need to do this. Oh. We'll do the 2. I'll do 2-wheel steering. That's probably the best. Come on, baby. Start up. There we go. There. Much better. Much more responsive. Just fill it up the rest of the way since we're here already. Yeah. A little lacking in collision detection. Why? From which one? Twilight Princess? Oh. Which game is that? Wind Waker? Twilight Princess. Everybody happy with the one-wheeled steering? Good for you. Good for all y'all. So the Roll Smash seems to be doing a pretty good job eating up these fields. I still could use a larger harvester, but it's all right. We don't. Come on, get over there. So I think that's all that's new. It's been consuming all of my brain power, this woman. If you can only see her. Actually, you can see her. Maybe I'll pop a picture in. Oh, should I do that, Ryan? Yeah, I think that's probably not legal. I don't want to, you know. Maybe down the road if she actually does accept, I'll explain to her the YouTube channel how everyone's dying to see this beautiful woman. Because she is beautiful. She's amazing. What, Ryan? She's gorgeous. I brought you know, the camera home, and I was talking to my son, my oldest son, Mark, about it. I'm like, do you want to see a picture of her? He's like, yeah, sure. So I showed her a picture. He's like, whoa. I'm like, I know. She's pretty dang cute. Huh? She's fine. She looks fine. Oh! I mean, what the heck? He likes making question marks. I know. They get worse as they go in, but there's nothing you can do about it. It's getting bright enough outside. Yeah, lights are. What, Ryan? Yes. The baler is crapping bales. It's a bale muncher. And that's the other problem, too. Like, who the heck is going to be interested in a 42-year-old guy with 6 kids who plays video games partially for a living? Yeah, probably not that hot girl, though. I don't know. Everybody likes different things. Yeah, they don't care how you get the money as long as you get the money. Oh, the harvester is full again. Jeez, Ryan. We've just really gone downhill in this conversation. I know you're just saying. I lost the Tums on my desk somewhere, and I don't know where it went. It's disappeared. Oh, yeah, yo. I gotta go to bed soon. It's 1:07. 20 more minutes. I want to keep playing. I'd like to get this field done. We are getting slowly, and nah, we're not even close. This is such a huge field. And we got a bunch of other fields. We got so many fields to harvest. We are just hopping. What? Whoops, what am I doing? I don't know. Ruples? I don't know. It could be. It actually could be Ruples. Where was it? Oh. Well, if it's Canadian, it'll still be. I think they still call them dollars and cents. Let me sign in R. Are they like Bitcoins or something like that? Is it a black market purchase? So are they trying to sell you Ruples? $37.99 for an album. I got no idea, Ryan. I don't know. This is a moot conversation, Ryan, because I don't know. Uh-oh. I try to know everything. Man, speaking of knowing everything, this was a... I don't know how that transitioned into that. But Seth does not want to go to his mother's house, and this has been a very large point of contention, and I feel bad. I don't really know how to handle it. I make him go. I'm like, well, she's your mom. You gotta go, Seth. Like, he's like, no, I don't want to go. He freaking like was crying tonight, like the whole way. I'm like, Seth, it's his mom. He needs to go. He can't not see his mom. Poor Seth. This sucks. He's like, and of course, then it's, you know, and he makes it, you know, he wants me. You know, he's like, I want to stay with you, Daddy. And I'm like, oh God, you're breaking my heart. Stop it. But I have to. He has to go. And then now he's fine. Like, he's been there. You know, like once he gets there and he has fun and he has a nice time with his mom. I'm like, Seth, you have to just. He has a hard time with change. He's the only kid out of all these, and I feel bad for him because for him it's been the hardest. You know, because Seth just does not deal with change well. And poor kid. My heart goes out to little Soupy. You know, the younger they get, the easier it gets, believe it or not. It's because they just, you know, but the older ones, it's hard. It's like Mark, I had to tell him too. I'm like, Mark, you have to, because, you know, they're all angry at her for what happened. They all saw what happened and they hate it. And it's like, I'm like, you guys, look, I've forgiven her. I've moved on. You have to do the same. It's been rough though. It has been interesting. So we are less than 2 weeks, right? No, 10. We are less than 13 days. We're 12 days away. At the time I'm recording this, we are 12 days away from the Farm Sim 2017. And unfortunately, my plans of taking a week off are being dashed to the curb because I just got informed today that there's a very good possibility that I'm going to be shooting 20 more properties. That's about, well, for me, about $9,800. But that means the next month is going to be very busy, busier than what I'm doing now, because not only do I have the stuff that I haven't gotten done now, there's going to be more things that I haven't gotten done. Yeah, actually I can right now. You can ask Mom for the money, but the money's there. So I'm. She never checked. Okay, well, we'll talk to her about that. She will. You'll get paid. I owe Ryan $158. $57. $397,248. What? You have to get it done by Sunday. Period. No, I like the cockpit in this. I wish the Harvester cockpits looked like this. Well, it's reminiscent of the Farm Expert. Yeah. No Man's Sky. Sore point. $60 wasted. I burned down on that game so fast. I'm so sad. Because if they could have just combined Elite Dangerous in that game, it would be great. Same thing with this. If they could just... If Farm Sim would just steal some ideas from Farm Expert. Well, they're going to have some serious competition next year if things go the way they're supposed to go, because we're going to have cattle and crops, which looks, from the preview videos I saw, looks pretty dang good. Though it has a farm expert feel. And then they're also going to have, pure farming. So we will now have 4 farming simulators. And I'm just going to be playing all of them. Dang it. World of Tanks is going to go out the door. I'm just kidding. I know my World of Tanks fans, I will always play. In fact, I did tonight. I played for over an hour. I got 2 videos out of it. I played some Tier 6 stuff. I wasn't playing high tiers tonight, but see, here's where the steering helps. But final Fantasy. That's cool. Ryan's going to do a playthrough. Will it be commentated or no? Now, Ryan's channel has changed. The name is now Roy Belmont. Same Google Dinosaur. So look up Roy Belmont, Google Dinosaur. It's now Ryan's channel. Sorry. Ryan has 9 subscribers. Hey. And despite what I tell you, he doesn't swear in all of his videos. Just about half. Okay, only one of them. None of them, actually. Yeah. Actually, you didn't really speak it, you just fingered it. Ryan is... You're basically Trump. Okay. Ryan's learning how to play bass guitar, which I'm excited about. I have some pointers for him. I was listening to him play today, though. I want to hear him play it out. I also moved my studio monitors and my recording device back into my office. I rearranged my bedroom, which is my office, making way more space than there was, and I might start recording music again if things ever slow down this winter. I don't know, man. If we get this job, Ryan, I will have enough money to take me all the way through spring. Right, exactly. Just keep going. Anywho, but if that happens, I might start writing music again. And it's going to be very depressing music because I've been through a lot this year, and I tend to write depressing music when that happens. But it'll be good. I just something I haven't done in years. I took a long break from writing music. What, Rue? Sure. Maybe. I'm pretty picky, right? I love playing bass. I actually love, when I first learned how to play guitar, I actually wanted to learn how to play bass, but somebody gave me a guitar, so I started playing that instead. But I love playing bass. It is what originally I wanted to play. Plus, I'm a big fella, so obviously, you know, the bass fits me better because it's a longer neck. It's meant for bigger guys. I'm 6 foot tall. I'm, you know, 300 pounds or 290 or something like that. Huh? Oh, yeah? 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 No? No? Who was? I see. I wonder how many bales I have now. I wonder if I have another tractor I can grab.
I'm just thinking about the collection of...
Because I wanna
That's gonna be a fun time.
watch and make sure that I don't over bale, because I don't want to have too many bales, and the rest of this I'm going to chaff. We're going to make lots of chaff. What? 50 to 700? One plus bales? At least plus one. One or more. That jar full of jelly beans, there's at least one jelly bean in that jar. Possibly more. You did? He wrote one on the piece of paper and won the competition. Oh, so you won because it was called the comedy? And you actually won it. I never knew that, Ryan. That's pretty funny. He won a competition by putting 1+ in the paper, not because he was closer, but because people thought it was funny. That's funny, Ryan. The one edgy thing you did. I see my truck with its round wheels on. Hey! I think I'm gonna do what am I gonna do, Ryan? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna tell you? Pointers on playing bass? You need to let your notes ring out more. You need to press harder on the strings because it means when you hear the flub noise, it means you're not pressing hard enough. I do when I hear you playing. It doesn't matter. I can hear what the bass sounds like without headphones on. Because I'm a bass player. Well, it is a bass. We need to let them ring out a little more.
That's why when I'm on the higher end. So I don't have a problem with when it's the high end because I don't like having to press the strings like the rest of the lower half of the neck's like really light and the top half is like.
Well, the further up the neck you go, yeah, it gets stiffer because the strings are higher off the neck. No, that's about what it is like. The neck's actually pretty good. When I was playing it today, I'm surprised actually how good it is considering that you're missing a string. Though it takes it the other way, so yeah, maybe you're right. All right, I'm going to swing this bale out here, and we're going to poop this thing out and see what we're doing as far as bales.
When I started, because it's the top half of the
Actually, shut this off.
buzzy.
Buzzy the buzzsaw?
There's like a certain amount of pressure. If you put too much pressure, it buzzes, and you don't put enough, it buzzes.
Yes, agreed.
Which ruins me trying
I need
to
the
play
Mercedes.
weddings,
There it is. Come on, Mercedes. Oh, that was weird. Metalcore. Where's my freaking bale trailer? Flawlessly. It's like when YouTube plays. Exit. 3 notes, the entire song. No pattern changes. You know it took me down, you know it went astray. I gotta remember the words. Something, something, something. This broken-hearted man in the howling wind. What, Ryan? In the howling. 3, 5, 7, 10. For the frets? No, 3, 5, 7, 12. 3, 5, 7, 9, 12. Nine, 5, 7, 2, 5, 8, 7, 5. I cannot fit through here with this trailer. Back and forth. Alright, so let's start getting a bale count here. But I need to get the harvester unloaded again. I'm sure he's full at this point. He's got to be. He's probably this way, actually. Who would win? Sword with a gun or gun with a sword? Gun with a sword. Well, I'm assuming there'd be an operator. That's ridiculous. Depends on how good a shot he is. Sword quality. It's a crap sword. I love using this truck. It's so much easier than trying to trailer the tractor underneath it. I mean, it's a big waste of money, but it's pretty cool. Okay, where's my other tractor? Where were we? Before we were so rudely interrupted. Okay, so we want to do, let's see, turn the bale thing on. Start loading type. Loading type. J. X. Mysterious turn. Straw square bales. And we are going to start the automatic loading now. We need to keep our speed below 25, I think. So let's pick up some bales here. Well, I know we've got 2 so far. How about 3? 3 will work. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 14, 15. 16. Right? Yep. Any more? Yep, 17. Awesome. Holds a lot. It's getting heavy though. 18. 19, 20. My truck's starting to slide around because it's heavy. Oops. Sorry, turn it back on. Alright, 21. It's still 0%. Plenty of room for more. $22. 23, 24. Any more? It will not go another layer up. The tractor or the trailer is full with 24 bales. That's quite a bit. The harvester's still going, so we're going to run this back up to the farm. About to turn the automatic baling off because it's full. Shows us the unload spot. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Crap. B. That was really cool. 5 is what I wanted. I changed sides. Turn the guides off till we get up there. Was that harvester opening up? No, not yet. So in real life, I don't know if the size truck could pull this. Probably. It's probably got enough torque to pull it as long as you went slow. Seems like it's a pretty heavy burden on this trailer, though. Let's go ahead and take this up. I probably could use a couple loads like this. I think they're going to, the bales are going to go pretty quick. So maybe I should just do this whole field like I initially planned. We'll just have tons of bales, and I want to do it again for a while. And then the rest of the fields we can turn to silage. Come on. That's going to drag. Crap. What a drag. There we go. Not quite. Kink. Dink. Smash. Crash. Ugh. Come on. There we go. make it around Zukuan. Now, one of the issues here, this is another place where it's like... Oops. Scrape. Crash. Smash. Bash. Dash. So we'll go around the long way, I guess we have to. I think both of the loading wagons will be this way anyway. Looks pretty cool. I like the way it loads up like that. That's the first time I've ever done the square bales on this. Impressive. Most impressive. What's the matter, Ryan? They failed me for the last time. You and your puny rebellion. Who the heck actually are you? And so, where are we going to park these? 5, turn the guides on. Unload products. Toggle unloads at M. Okay. I want it to go to the back, right? Toggle the unloads at M. I knew it. For what? For Facebook? She must think you're cute, right? Could you, let's see here. All right. Sometimes it just happens, Ryan. All right, we're going to unload that right there. Perfect. There's our bales. It looks like the bales went into the ground. Lonely, I'm Mr. Lonely. What is that from? I know it's a song, but I mean, what movie? What? Could you be more vague? It's a song a guy wrote. Thank you. Oh. Really? Yeah, poor soldiers. Les soldats. We are whittling away at this field, by the way. I'd say it's 50% done at this point. Getting close, anyway. But it is, alas, it's 1:30 a.m., which means that the recording has come to an end. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me on Sandy Bay. One of the probably final episodes as we have instilled the farm. I probably will keep going for a little while longer because I want to be able to get to the point where we are actually delivering animals to the butchers to be taken to heaven and then put in our mouths. Have a great night, guys. 3 ways to support the channel. Be sure to subscribe. Thumbs up always help. And last but not least, if you really love me, you can always donate to the channel using my support button on the main page of my channel. To the right, you'll see a little blue support button. Or if you are unable to do it that way, because sometimes people from other countries who have tried to support have emailed and said, hey, we can't get there. And so you can actually donate directly to my PayPal account. And I'll tell you how to do that if you contact me. Just email me and say, hey, we want to donate, but we can't do it from where we're at, and I will get you the information you need to do that. I don't want to publish that on the web because obviously having my PayPal name, username, and stuff is not probably the greatest thing to be publishing out there in the happy world. So anyway, have a great night, guys, and thanks again for being here. Hope you enjoyed this long, almost hour-long episode of Farm Sim 17. And like I said, we will continue to record this farm. I would like to get some animals, and probably what I'll do is the next thing that's going to happen is I'm going to just continue doing the harvest without recording it, and then I'll pick up once we get closer to being done, because obviously this is just the same thing over and over again. So I will see you